Older and Dumber.
Welcome to the Older and Dumber podcast, the podcast about three dumb friends just trying to make it on this planet we call
Earth.
Yeah, you guys didn't, but I appreciate the effort.
I thought we did.
At least you both said it this time.
Oh, cool. Well, guys, for this week's episode, we are doing a fun little game that I saw a reel of that I was like, oh, that seems kind of fun. Let's try an iteration of that ourselves. So today what we're going to be doing is debating. I know, extremely enticing and sounds like a lot of fun. But here's how the rules go, okay? So one of us is going to offer up a debate. Something like hot dog is a sandwich. And then I or whoever says it picks one of the people.
One of them.
Picks one of the people. So so the questioner puts forth a debate and then picks one of the two people to start. So let's say I start with Joey. I said, Joey, you get to pick which side you want to take. Joey picks the side he wants to take, and then Carter has to argue the opposite. They both have to argue their side to try and win. They get 5 minutes to do so. After that 5 minutes, the person who offered
We should cut the time down. We're only going to get like 2 debates in.
I mean, if it slows down, then I'll just give up. Then the person will give judgment.
I have one to start.
So then the person who gave the debate then decides who won. That person who won gets to keep going, and then the person who lost offers up the new debate. The new debater is the one who gets to choose what side, and the winner has to take whatever one isn't chosen. So that's how we'll sort of keep moving, or we'll find out if someone's really good at this. But that's it. That's the game. We're debating.
That's the
Older and Dumber's debate. What? We'll call it Debater Club.
Master Debaters.
Master Debaters. O&D's
No one's
Master
ever
Debaters.
made that joke on the internet before.
No one.
Yeah, well, it'll be the title. O&D's Debaters.
Master Debaters. You don't even know what the title is.
I don't even know where we're at.
But Carter says he has one.
Carter says he has one. So that means me and Joey are going to be the first debaters. So Carter, you're going to start us
Master
off
Debaters.
with the first Master Debaters.
All right.
You start us off, and you choose who gets to choose.
I choose who gets to choose what?
Which side to debate, and then the other person
okay.
has to take the other one.
Joey. Warlock is the worst class in Dungeons and Dragons by itself.
So you have to choose. Do you want to argue that or argue that it is?
I will argue in its defense.
That it is the best?
No.
Say it again.
The point, he's just arguing that it's not the worst. Because I
say
said
the debate again.
Warlock is the worst class in D&D by itself.
So do you want to debate yes that you agree with that?
No, I said I'll defend Warlock.
So you want to go against what he said?
Yeah.
So I have to debate that it is the worst class on itself by itself. Okay.
Specifically by itself, because I think I won't get into that.
No, don't get into it. You don't get to go into it. We get to.
Yeah, you don't get a say in this.
So I have to argue that the Warlock class is the worst by itself. Okay. Well, you got it. So Carter, get the timer ready.
How much time?
5 minutes. And if it slows down, then you just pass judgment. Tell us when to go. Joey, you start.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So Warlock is not the worst class on its own in D&D because Warlock probably is the class that offers the most roleplay opportunity of any class in D&D.
All right. Well, let me tell you this. When was the last time you actually had somebody at your table who's an actually role-played person who uses their backstory to their advantage? No, Warlock is all about who can min-max. They get the most spells at the highest casting, and that's all they're going to use it for. And the instant that they do, they're dead in the water.
Well, at least they get their spells back on a short rest.
Yeah, but how many spells really is that? And does it really even matter if you're going to be dead before the short rest?
I don't think you're going to be dead before the short rest because you have a powerful patron that looks out for you.
Powerful patron, maybe. I mean, how many people have made a warlock that they actually put a lot of backstory into their patron?
Again, it goes back to being the best roleplay class in D&D.
Best roleplay class, but not the best class in general. It's an awful class to choose unless you're good at improv, which most people that play D&D, I gotta say, not that great.
I feel like it's a pretty important part of Dungeons and Dragons to be able
No,
to
it's the
roleplay.
most unimportant part of D&D because it's really just all about math. Well, when we play D&D, when was the last time we actually had people wanting to care about scheduling and actually playing?
You know
Most
what?
people don't care about role playing; they just care about rolling math rocks.
You know what the cool part about getting your power for free is? You don't have to worry about math. You get to bypass it. It's a cheat code.
Well, now you're ruining the fundamental game of D&D. It's all math. It's just roll a number, add a number.
I thought it was collaborative storytelling.
Well, you'd be wrong.
Which, I mean, Warlock gives you the best chance to collaboratively storytell with your dungeon master.
Oh, so great. They get to read your 500-page fantasy epic about the backstory of your character.
You know
that
what?
You probably use ChatGPT.
You don't have to.
Anyway.
You don't have to say that you're the guy that killed the dragon. Your patron could have done that. It gives you the opportunity to have that epic backstory, and your character is only involved because he said yes and shook a hand.
Oh, so great. Now you're just a character who's overpowered for the party?
No, I'm not overpowered. My patron is.
I feel like you guys are
Got
straying.
nothing
You guys are straying away from the comment I made.
How much time
I
is
said
left?
it's the worst class by itself. Like, there's no arguments being made for other classes being worse or the
Don't,
reason
you can't,
why.
don't critique
Who's
how
changing the
you
question?
Can't, you can't
No, I'm
critique
not
how we
changing the
argued.
classes.
You just have
I'm
to say
saying,
who won.
like all the D&D classes, they're good. They're all meant to be collaborative storytelling devices, but
That's
there
not
has
the
to be
game.
one on the bottom.
Yeah, Ranger.
No, it's Warlock. Warlock is the worst class.
And now, why?
I already said, I gave my reasons why.
I think I'm gonna give it to Joey just because Hunter didn't argue. Well.
Wow. You convinced him against the thing that he brought.
I just in debate form, I have to be honest. I feel like Joey.
No,
argued.
hey, I didn't agree with yours. I agreed with Joey.
What do you think the worst class? What do you think the worst class is by itself? I think Warlock is one of the best class when it's multi.
I had to argue, so I argued the best I could.
Ranger's so bad that it's being made into a subclass in 6th edition.
Beastmaster
so.
is bad,
So-
but
Joey won, so he gets to stay in. Carter's going to be the new debater. I come up with a question. But because Carter's the new one, he gets to choose which side to defend based on this debate question. So, my debate question for you is, we should have a robot as president. Do you want to defend that we should have a robot as president or should not have a robot as president? You get to choose.
1 second.
Joey has to take the opposite.
So robot as a president, you think we should?
Yes. Do you want to vote? Do you want to fight for that or fight against that? Your choice.
Fight against.
So you do not think we should have a robot as president.
No.
So you need to think that we should have a robot as president.
Yeah, I get it.
All right. So Carter, you'll get to go first. I didn't pull my timer out, so hold on. Okay, here we go. Ready? Go.
I don't think we should have a robot as president because we need a human with a human perspective in the seat of power. In any seat of power.
You don't think that robots can have their own perspective? I mean, it all comes down to the AI that's
Robot's
running it. And
perspective
AIs are pretty.
Doesn't collate the best thing for the human race, which is what we like for the American people, which is why we shouldn't have a robot in office.
Are you saying that robots aren't citizens?
Yes.
That they don't deserve their opportunity
Correct.
in politics?
Correct.
That they don't have robot issues?
They're not a human.
That's kind of racist. Are you about to drop the C word?
Yeah, it's a fucking clanker.
I can't believe you'd bring a constituent on this program that's got these kind of views.
By our American system, it must be democratically voted into office, and it has to have the requirements to be president of the United States. So it has to be 35 years of age, has to be born in the U.S., not manufactured like your clanker constituent.
So the robot that's manufactured in the U.S. is technically born in the U.S.
No, it was never born. Did it come out of a uterus?
Is that the only way we can describe something being brought to life?
We're talking about
Aren't
the
stars
definition of
brought to life
Earth.
through science?
This is besides the point. A robot cannot properly express the people's voice as the president of the United States.
the robot's whole personality has been built on everyone's voice. Everyone is put into it.
Corrupted from the inside out by corrupt politicians, corporations that built the robot to invoke policies on us, the American people. And there's nothing you can do to say that.
You could program the robot to be the perfect president, though.
I don't trust the manufacturers of that robot to not have a backdoor or to program to their benefit.
What if this was a grassroots robot built in someone's garage in Nebraska?
I would still have a lot of questions on what is accessible and what the programs is, and it's not going to one person's needs.
Who's on their knees?
One person's needs.
Needs. Okay. I need subtitles.
Oh, this was a different
You
debate.
in front of that clanker.
Oh, stop. I can't believe you'd say that twice. No, you're not taking into account. Your whole argument is that the only robot that would get the opportunity to be president is the corporate robot, the corpo shill robot. I'm saying that anybody could birth this robot in their own workshop at home, and it could rise through the ranks of politics from local mayor to congressman to state congressman, all the way up to president. And it could lead ethically because that's all it knows, because that's what it's been given is the proper ethics and morals to be a good leader.
It cannot emote that. A human.
It can make emojis on its video screen face.
It cannot. It is at the end of the day a computer. Ones and zeros. A human with a soul and with a properly born human documented in the US. It's against all of the requirements needed to be president of the United States.
At what point?
Does not have.
At what point does AI become sentient?
It drinks all of our water in the U.S. and we are already in a water drought because of the AR farms you've come up with over the last 5 years of your policies that your party represents.
Grassroots robot is solar.
But what about the AI farms that it's fueled off of?
Oh my God.
All right, you have 30 seconds left there. It's pretty good. So very early on, it was Carter. It was Carter very early on. And then you came in with that pretty hard one, and I was like, oh, okay, now this robot's a citizen. It's a person. He's going through society. He's made it through the ranks. He's grown up. He's a child.
He was one of the little delivery bots that rolls down the street. He's like,
Carter
please push the button for me.
Carter was like,
and Carter's like, fuck
Joey...
you, Clanker. You can't cross because you don't have the quote walk sign.
And then Carter's like, all right, Joey has to be the representation of all corporations. The policies that your company has made.
No, just the entire governing body.
Oh, no, it's great. It's great. It was really fun from both sides, but I think in general, the winner I'm going to pick is Carter for that one. That was, I think in the end, I think it had the most realism put into why we shouldn't be a robot. Yours was fun, and I loved it.
See what he's doing right now? He's belittling you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's
pitying me.
Petty.
Well, I'm the new debater. Carter is the winner, so you have to come up with a debate. I get to pick which side, and then Carter has to defend the opposite.
All right.
Or argue.
Well, depends on what I pick.
Yeah, depends on what you pick.
Go ahead whenever you're ready.
Gentlemen, you're both young, virile men.
Oh, God.
At one point. Boys, even. We've all been there. So I must ask, if you've ever jorked it to Lola Bunny, does that make you a furry?
Okay, let me figure out how I have to. So the debate.
It either
is...
makes you a furry or it doesn't make you a furry.
Okay, so does jorking off
one session
to Lola Bunny, one session, does jorking off to Lola Bunny for one session make you a furry? Yes or no?
Yep.
And I either have to say yes or no.
Yes.
So I am going to pick to argue. Which one's going to be harder for Carter? I'm going to say I'm going to say yes. I'm going to pick the yes. I'm going to say jorking off to Lola Bunny one time for one session makes you a furry. That's what I will argue. And Carter has to argue that it doesn't.
Your Honor.
Okay. Well, I'm first. I'm first. All right.
Oh,
Here we go.
You got your timer?
I've got a timer.
Okay.
Ready? Here we go. Jorking off to Lola Bunny just for even one session already shows to God, who is staring down on you while you jork it, to the images of a digital, not even real fur bunny, but to you, because it's been anthropomorphized to be sexy, has showed in your brain function that you like that, making you, by indication, a furry, someone who is attracted to a anthropomorphized animal. So, yes.
Incorrect.
How so?
You are attracted to the feminine nature that they drew the bunny in, not the bunny itself. Yes.
I'm sorry.
Do-
If you're so
Do I
attracted
get
to the
finish my
feminine
point,
form,
Your Honor?
We gotta let
So you're-
both parties speak.
you're right. My bad. Go ahead.
Just because an artist puts a certain curve or a certain boob or certain tight-fitting basketball shorts does not mean just because they colored it gray and white that I'm attracted to bunnies. It just means I like a good ass and some nice tits.
For the record, Lola Bunny is not gray and white.
See, I've
Just
never
for the
drawn
court
it.
record.
So for the court record, just to show that is Bugs Bunny's
I would-
colors.
to-
That was
to
just
concise
quoted.
my
That was
point-
just quoted by my
To
opponent
concise
here.
the point, just because you're attracted to the human nature in which this digital bunny was drawn doesn't, and you do a little rub on the side of your pants while you're watching, doesn't mean
You got a hole in the pocket of your gym shorts.
doesn't mean that you're a furry, especially one time.
Okay. Well, how about this, Mr. Lover of the feminine form? If you're such a lover of the feminine form, why didn't you just go look at, I don't know, human porn? No, you had to specifically go watch something from Looney Tunes and also the WB. Seriously, of all places that create an independent form of art, you choose the WB's Lola Bunny.
Just
That is
because
such
Looney-
Can I finish my honor? Your Honor, am I allowed to finish my argument?
Fair is fair.
You reach through the depths of the optional things off of Rule 34 and choose Lola Bunny. Not only that, but you very specifically went to rule34.com, which, by the way, specifically takes art of things like Lola Bunny or other creatures of the nature like, I don't know, Foxy or Lola, or not Lola, Luna from Hell of a Boss, all these
This is a
different
long
places.
point, Your Honor.
Yeah.
And you chose
Rambling.
that instead of going to the all-American Pornhub.com.
I'd just like to say he got awfully specific.
Mm. He's
He
clearly
seemed
done
to,
deep
he
research
doesn't
into this
know his
topic.
point very well, so he's badgering with a bunch of useless facts thrown in there. But to get to my point, I never jorked it on Pornhub. In my example I gave, Your Honor, side of the shorts.
Yeah.
One time I was watching
This
Space
was
Jam.
a Space Jam jork, it sounds
Does
like.
that make you a furry that a piece of media is on in front of you? You're enjoying it. You're like, oh, that's Michael Jordan. Oh, and then all of a sudden, ass. You're not jorking it. You're not
I'm
jorking?
sorry. There's also the grandma in that, and grandma got a thick butt. But instead, you choose Lola
Who says
Bunny.
I didn't jork it to the grandma?
The whole argument is Lola Bunny.
Well, not to you. Apparently, Foxy's involved too. Well,
That was me making the indication of what it is to jork to something of the feminine
I'd say,
figure
Your Honor,
that
that-
you specifically brought up.
Just for the record, to know, Foxy is in fact a male character.
yeah, you didn't even say the right one.
Well, you said Bugs Bunny. You described Bugs Bunny that you were jorking it to. So, in basketball shorts.
I would say that one time of anything does not make you that specific.
Oh, one time of anything does not.
Yes.
What about a murderer?
You're not a murderer unless you murder two people.
I would like to
extinction
cut
of
to the
law.
record that apparently everybody
In
gets
extinction-
one when you murder someone.
Manslaughter.
I think it's still determined by intent.
Also, it has to be intent.
That's it. That's time.
It's my intent.
That's time. That's time. Joey has to pick.
One time of anything does not make you a furry. Does not make you gay if you suck a dick one time.
Happy Pride Month, everybody.
You have to choose. He has to choose.
You can try, and
Judge.
then you could be.
Your Honor, the lawyer is still speaking during your judgment.
You rambled for so long.
5 minutes.
Time
All right.
clock.
I'm gonna give this one to Carter. I think you're safe. If one time a seductive look did things to you, a little hip sway did things to you, doesn't necessarily. It isn't the thing that invoked it. It's the action that invoked it.
If you went on like a month-long, jorking it session.
Yeah, if you go deep down the rabbit hole, so to speak.
All right. So Carter wins again. This isn't good. Carter wins again. Joey, you are the new debater. I have your topic. You get to choose which side to argue for. You ready?
Yeah.
Peanut butter belongs in the fridge.
I'm going to argue against peanut butter belonging in the refrigerator.
So you have to argue that peanut butter belongs in the refrigerator.
So far.
Yeah, because you don't agree either.
All right. I put my clock away. All right. Your debate starts now.
When I go to make myself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and I pull out my container of peanut butter and it says creamy peanut butter on the side, if I open that up and I see hard peanut butter inside it, it is failed. That is false advertising.
Why is your peanut butter hard?
Because some idiot put it in the refrigerator.
Your Honor. Say I'm trying to make a peanut butter sandwich. I walk to my fridge to get some jelly out. I open it up. I'm like, oh, Concord jelly. Yoink. You know what's right next to it? My peanut butter. Convenient. One place to ready to make a sandwich. Pull my bread out of the fridge as well. Put it on the counter. All ready. It lasts longer. It's less likely to get mold. It is the perfect system.
It says on the peanut butter container that it doesn't require refrigeration after opening.
Does not require, but is improved.
You can't spread refrigerated peanut butter.
Isn't art take a long time? Doesn't it take dedication, perseverance, ambition?
I don't want my peanut butter and jelly sandwich, my peanut butter toast, my peanut butter on crackers, my ants on a log to take a long time. When I'm getting a snack, I want to go out and get it. And if I have to sit there and wait for my peanut butter to soften up enough to make my snack, it's a problem.
I'd say that he just has a skill issue. But peanut butter next to the fridge is convenient. It's clean. It's ready to go.
Oh, man, well, that's crazy. You know what I have next to my fridge? A cupboard that I can put the peanut butter in.
But isn't it more convenient if it's right next to your?
Oh, if it needs to be there, you know what's on top of my refrigerator? A flat surface that basically serves as a shelf.
I'd say peanut butter does belong in the fridge, Your Honor. And for these reasons. Both of the textures are cold. You don't have warm-ass peanut butter from it being summer, and you don't have any AC. And your bread is in there. It's just convenient. It's clean. It's ready to go. And you don't want it to get oily like it is in the cupboard.
It's crazy because there's so many chemicals in the peanut butter, it will never separate. The oil is physically bonded with the peanut butter sludge that the company is selling you.
Oh.
So you don't have to worry about it separating.
See, this is how big of a fan of peanut butter my arguer is he buys Jif from the store. Not organic, not natural. An abomination. So maybe your peanut butter does belong in the cupboard.
Oh, I'm sorry. I eat a working man's peanut butter. I eat blue collar peanut butter. I'm not over here in the organic section in this economy buying $15 1 pint jars of peanut butter.
Maybe you should go buy some peanuts then. Like that's all. I don't know.
I rest my
I
case.
feel like we've gone through it.
That's really good. We should have done it that Joey had to defend it's supposed to be in the fridge. Oh, that would have been great. Holy crap, that was really good back and forth a lot. Carter every time. Excuse me, Your Honor. See, and this one's gonna be biased because I believe the peanut butter should be in the fridge. I think Carter defended it well for something that he hates, and I think what pushed over the edge was see, Your Honor, he's not a peanut butter fan. He's buying the corporates. Stupid, but I'm gonna give it to Joey.
That is such a fucking bullshit, and you know it. I'm going to the Supreme Court with this shit.
I just don't want to see Carter keep winning.
This is a kangaroo court.
It is.
I say that to the audience. I should have won that one. I argued it better, even though I believe peanut butter strongly belongs in the cupboard.
Yeah, you did. You did well.
But I feel like I had conviction, and I have to come up with something now.
Yes, you come up with the debate question. I'm the new debater, so I get to choose. Joey has to take the opposite.
The Eternals is the worst MCU movie made.
I am going to argue that it is the worst Marvel's movie ever made.
Okay.
You have to argue that it's the best. I've never even seen the movie.
No, not
Neither
the
have I.
best. Just that it's not the worst Marvel movie.
And you have to argue that it's the best.
No.
That would be the opposite of worst.
No.
It's just not
it's
the
not
worst.
best and worst. It's just like there's.
It
worse.
is the
You
worst,
could
or it's
argue-
not the worst.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that Eternals is the best or worst. I'm arguing, is it the worst Marvel movie?
Damn, this has to be like the extremes because that doesn't.
What do you mean?
Because it's
Like,
easy.
there's
It's easy to argue either side.
But you have to defend your point well. That you have to come up like you've seen it, right? Have you seen it?
No.
No, neither of us have
Oh,
seen it.
okay. I'll pick something else. then.
Oh, okay. All right, that's easier.
I'll form the same question, but I'll form it around something else. The
I believe in you.
Book of Boba Fett was the worst Star Wars live-action TV show.
Damn. I'm gonna say, damn. I will argue that it is. I'll argue that it's the worst. I will argue that it's the worst. Damn, this sucks. This is too easy. All right, here we go. I have one thing to say, Your Honor. Max Rebo is dead.
No body not confirmed.
It's no body because it's the crime syndicate. Of course, it's going to be no body, no crime to you.
This
No
is the
body,
point.
not
I
confirmed.
would say you guys are arguing off point right here, right off the
I'm saying it's the worst because they kill Max Rebo.
Max Rebo's not dead.
Max Rebo is dead.
There's
When
no
have you seen
body.
him alive?
When
was
have
the
you
last time
seen him
alive?
dead?
When the entire thing explodes.
Nah, you saw an explosion. You didn't see anybody die.
I'm sorry, do explosions not kill people?
No. Not
No?
in space.
They're not in space. They're on Tatooine.
Tatooine, you're telling me Tatooine's not in
Oh,
space?
so by the way, Tatooine, real original. We couldn't have gone to some other fucking planet.
You know, there's a lot of lore on Tatooine. There might not be a
Apparently it
lot
seems
of
to be the
lore
only
on
planet.
other planets. Don't talk over me. Don't let him talk over me. This is kangaroo court. He just has a weak stance, so he's going to come at me and talk over me.
Go ahead.
Are you ready?
I've been ready. You've been talking.
Boba Fett rides a Rancor. That automatically takes it up from at least one notch up from the Acolyte, which is actually the worst Disney Star Wars property.
The Acolyte had lightsabers. Boba Fett did not. So Boba Fett's the worst.
So Star Wars is just lightsabers.
That's what it seems like most days.
Boy, I thought there was a whole rich world of like crime syndicates and smugglers and
Oh,
pirates.
I would have loved to
and-
see that rich world in Boba Fett, which was all about those. But really, all we got was just Boba Fett sitting in a bacta tank.
Boy, I remember doing a movie review with you about
Your
the
Honor, Your Honor, he
Mandalorian.
cannot bring
This relevance context that
Overruled.
featured the villains from the Book of Boba Fett, and you said that they were great villains.
Well, people change. People change, Joey, and my mind has changed because Boba Fett really is truly the worst. I mean, how can you have an entire show that's supposed to be about Boba Fett, but instead the one episode that features a character from a different show is actually its absolute best episode because, in fact, it was really just Mando 1.5.
Yeah, that was a studio mandated thing, and they actually took that from the next season of Mando and just inserted it. So
Well, studio mandate ruined that show.
it didn't ruin it; it actually elevated it because those two episodes are some of the highest, rated episodes.
Then just
of
go
Disney
watch
Star
the
Wars.
Mando because that's what that is.
Well, you wouldn't have those without the Book of Boba Fett, which
we wouldn't have the Book of
Hold
Boba
on.
Fett without
The-
Mando.
the
Book of
actual
Boba Fett
worst
couldn't have
show-
existed.
the worst show, The Acolyte, doesn't give you anything tied into the Disney Star Wars universe.
Not a single thing.
No.
Seems a bit off, brother, because they're Jedi, and is that not Disney Star Wars?
That's just Star Wars in general.
Oh, but you said nothing. So
Anybody
your point is
that
moot.
writes a fanfic is like, oh, Jedi lightsabers. This is all I know about Star
you
Wars.
remind me of another debater who said that as long as you do one thing one time, it doesn't make you that thing. Well, when they made Boba Fett season 1, they made the worst episode ever, and apparently, if it's a Jedi, it's not Star Wars. Come on.
Episode? So there's a specific episode you think brought the series down? Because
No,
I'd
the
say
entire
episode
season.
2
The entire
elevates the show above other shows because that was one of the best 90 minutes of television we've ever gotten. Like a tauntaun. No, a bantha. Like a bantha.
That's it. That's all I've got.
I think I'm gonna give it to Joey, mostly because of the lightsaber thing. I think you conflicted on your opinions when you were talking about lightsabers being in Star Wars, and then he brought up the Acolyte.
Which is better than
Which
Boba
is-
Fett, is what I was trying to say. Boba Fett is the worst because it didn't have a lightsaber. Not just because of that, but that was one of
Yeah.
the reasons.
But
Dark-
then also, I
Dark
feel like-
sabers in there.
I feel like Joey argued his point better, even though I thought you both didn't really.
Kangaroo
You-
Court, that was a horrible
you really
debate
got
option.
you got to the
Kangaroo Court,
the
horrible debate
points
option.
I thought you guys were gonna bring up. Near
Horrible
the
debate
end of the
option.
Topic.
All right, so I
We
lost.
got time for one more.
Okay, so I lost. So now it's Joey versus Carter, and Joey gets to pick this time instead of Carter. So Carter has to argue the opposite. Or no, that's what happened last time, didn't it?
Yeah.
That did happen last time.
I never. How did I get to pick a topic? I don't remember how I got there.
See, and Carter kind of stole mine. But that's okay.
I have one.
No, it's my turn. I pick. I love this one. This one's the best for you too. In-person D&D is better than virtual D&D. So is virtual D&D better or in-person D&D better?
I'll argue for virtual.
You're gonna argue. That Carter loves in-person.
Happily argue for in person.
Yeah.
Damn, so this will be a true debate instead of the trying to force the other person debate.
Yeah.
All right. Joey, you will be defending that virtual D&D is better than in-person, and you are debating that in-person D&D is better than virtual D&D. Your time starts now.
Virtual D&D gives us. Not every DM can bring maps and miniatures and all of that to life, and virtual tabletops gives everybody access to that, and music and video, so you can build a much more immersive environment for your players through virtual tabletops.
I'd argue that playing online, playing in person has, even without the map, even without the miniatures, the social moments are higher. The storytelling is supposed to be collaborative, and the collaboration is better in person because the moments feel more real in the moment because you're sitting around with all your friends. and you're more in character. You're less distracted because you're not on the computer, and you're able to interact with everybody in a more concise way.
Some of my friends live 2,000 miles away, and I wouldn't get to play with them if it wasn't for virtual tabletops.
In person, the combats go smoothly, more smoothly than you were online. You are able to roll physical dice, which you cannot do virtually. You are able to have your physical.
This all comes down to the metal D20.
Your Honor.
Keep going. Your Honor. Keep going.
Look a moment. There's nothing better than sitting down for a night of D&D with your friends in person, having the moments of eating snacks, having the raucous laughter with everybody in the room, filling the room with laughter, filling it with sadness. You can feel the emotions when the emotions are high. The gameplay is better and more concise. No one's walking away from their computer. When you're in combat and you're there. Same with the moments, I would argue, in the story.
Honestly, I like the way the virtual tabletop handles combat better. All your rules are right there. If the DM needs to see something, if the player needs to see something, it's easy to reference and share right on the screen. The dice rolls are all managed for you. They're all out in the open for everybody to see. Unless they're whispered, and then you can build specific tension with that. Like maybe you order your players to whisper all their death saving throws. But I think that, and measurement is all right there. All your tools, you've got
I
the.
didn't know we didn't know how to count. Is that what the American school system has done to us?
Count what?
+1, 5 feet. You can pick and choose.
I think it's easier to be able to put a template down, and especially on a virtual tabletop because you're not trying to like fit it around terrain and miniatures. Like, just put it over the top of everything, and you can see how big the fireball is.
Have you ever tried to talk in a Discord chat with 6 people?
Well, this goes more to an argument that 6 people is too many people for a
Even
D&D
with
group.
5 people total, including DM. I feel like there's over talking way more than there is in person, or it is harder to have people talk, like have a social environment, which D&D is a social environment, and have people be able to do their character stuff as well. At a table in physical, you could have someone whispering to someone else, having like them talking while someone is having a moment, and it be less unimmersive than in Roll20 on Discord when people are like goofing off, which happens in D&D, and not derailing the entire session.
But then I would argue that you could just DM or text that friend if you had something to
It's not the
whisper to
same.
that person.
I'm here for a social gathering with my friends, a night of D&D.
And I'm arguing that you are playing with your friends. You're all in the call, are you not?
I can't go over and make a snide comment without derailing the thing if I'm online. I can go over and I can be like, hey, blah, blah, blah. I don't think that this
So
right. We're coming up with a plan. It's not the same as in text as it is in physical person.
John Carter Ruddle, famously known for not making DM-less chats.
That is outside the session of game, and it's not the same. I can make a plan with the players at the table when we're playing by going like this. What do you think of that? Without letting him know, without interrupting the moment that's happening between the DM and the focal point of the session.
That's a text message.
The text message is not the same.
A whisper is
People's
a text
not looking
message.
at their phone.
You just said people are on their phone all the time when they're online. So clearly your phone is in your hand.
I was saying, like, people, like, if you're at the table and like I'm
virtual tabletop, you just said your phone's in your hand.
But texting
so if I want to be like, hey,
whispering someone in someone's
what
ear,
if I
social
blink
chat.
behind this guy and I do a little shenanigans? What do you think about that?
I think it's hard to ignore the experience of in-person D&D versus online. Just the overall.
Oh, that's time. I wasn't even looking that time. That was really good at the end there. It's hard to ignore the experience you get when you're in person. However, I do love the fact of being able to, if you can't afford, miniatures and maps to give a good experience, Roll20 allows you to have that experience without owning all of those things.
Way better in person than it is online.
Theater of Mind is good, but for new players, that's not great, but I guess is the idea. You're talking about long time play or new time play. I think this debate is forever long and can go for a long time because both are good.
I think both are good.
But I think, man, you both made a lot of good points.
Remember that campaign we played with our friend Rob, who lives in Minnesota?
There's good points on both sides.
Yes, there was great point. There was good.
I think there's great points on both sides of this ever long argument in the D&D community.
Yes, yeah.
Like, do I love playing online? Yes. Is it the same as playing in person? Absolutely not.
It's the metal D20.
What'd you say?
It's the metal D20.
It's the Melody 20. Do I have to choose a winner?
I guess you could award a draw. It's the last one.
I award a draw because it's the last one. Thank you all for joining us for another episode
I think
of
I'm still the
Older.
master debater.
Overall,
Thank
I
you
think
all.
I won more.
You know, we'll have to go back and I'll do a tally. I'll
Plus
do a
the
tally.
kangaroo court one. That counts as my favorite.
I don't think so. Thank you all for joining us for another episode of Older and Dumber, the podcast about three master debaters just trying to make it in this court we call
Earth.
Thank you all for joining us. Joey, what do they need to know?
Objection!
Oh, I could throw.
Yeah.
Objection.
Go to OlderNDumber.com and join all our socials and get in the Discord. Be active. Check out the YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. Go to Twitch on Wednesday nights and watch our D&D live play and do stuff there. But most importantly, if you want to support the content, do it through Patreon. Patreon.com/older_dumber.
Sweet. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you.
You didn't thank our fabulous sponsors, Checkpoint Gaming Lounge, the gaming lounge where debates are found all around in their
Nice.
pound town.
But yes, big shout out to them, located in the Art Mall in Horseheads, New York. Go check them out. Tell them the boys sent you. Thank you guys, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Dipshits, it's me, Joey, aka Slooty Mage.
I'm Hunter, voice of Hunter Taylor.
And I'm Carter, Eagle Eagle.
We're
Older and Dumber.
Every Friday, we drop wisdom, humor, and a whole lot of nonsense. You won't want to miss it.
Become a patron today for as low as $5 a month. Get early access to all our episodes and exclusive behind-the-scenes looks at all the things we're doing and May's super secret editing notes.
Shout out to our awesome dipshits. Your support really helps keep this madness going.
Join the crew. Be a dipshit. It's an exclusive club, and you're invited.
Go Dipshits mark your calendar every Friday for a dose of Older and Dumber craziness. See you there.
Fade to black.
Now my stand. Fade to black.